One of our senior most members, and she really had very close contact with Guruji.
I would also like to say how I got attracted towards Swami Chinmayananda, my Guru. You know where BCA club stands, Garware Club House, it used to be a plain Maidan. And they had arranged a Yajna there, and I lived nearby. Every day, 2-3 days, they sung that Parthaya Pratibodhita. That attracted me very strong. One day I just put on my chappals and made my hair, and the same sari which I was wearing, I walked there. There were a row of chairs I took with a fear, nobody should say, no, you can't sit there. I sat down and they kept on reciting bhajans or something, and then after some time a very lean and frail personality climbed up the Vyaspeeth stage. He started speaking. My God, there was fire in his speech. It was roaring. My husband was very anti-sadhu sannyasis. I said nothing, never. I'll go home and tell him not to speak a word about a sadhu. I'm not going to hear it. When I told on the dining table to my husband, look, from now onward, you are not allowed to say a word against a sadhu. He says, देखा, एक ही lecture में. I said, no. I'm truly telling you, he's going to be internationally popular. Please, I will not hear anything. The attraction became more and more and more. One day he had booked me and my children for Amritsar. He rang me up from office, look, your seats are booked for Amritsar, but I'm going to tell you something, you will say cancel it. I said, never, I will never say that. He said, the same day Swami Chinmayananda's lectures are starting, I say cancel it. My mother, poor lady, but why you are coming after 21 days? I said, when I come, I'll tell you. I can't tell you on the phone. In those days, you couldn't use phone for a long time, or 2-3 minutes and close down. When I went and then told my mother what was the cause, Swamiji was a monk, but a militant, an epitome of discipline, organization, compassion. Very versatile personality. And his inner illumination has given him a coat of, power and aura, which you could feel, that he's a very, very strong personality. In one of his lectures, he says, I'm Rajasic. He never threw weight, I'm a sannyasi, I'm a big sadhu, I'm a big organizer. I wondered how he's calling himself Rajasic. He says, look, when I'm sitting, an idea crops up, and then I say, the place is very beautiful. I should have an ashram there. The moment the thought starts rolling, money starts pouring in, and my God, it becomes a hum of, activities. So I call myself Rajasic. I say, what a transparent personality. He's not giving himself any weight, Though he is such a good one, who can explain to us with such clarity, Gita, Upanishads. When I passed my 10th standard, my mother gave me a book. Every day one chapter you have to read. I couldn't understand ABC of it. But when I heard Swamiji, I usually bowed down because I could understand whatever he's saying, whatever he's explaining. And this must have happened to many, many English-speaking Jews. In Sanskrit, if you have learned 1 or 2 verses, but you don't know the meaning about it. But in Chinmaya Mission, it is always explained so well. he explained, and now his disciples, his shishyas, are following the same route, which is very, very enlightening. The country underwent a revolution. It will come in history, as I had seen him. Sometimes he used to be livid, angry, but never inside. The anger was a toffee's cover. Inside he was full of compassion. His lectures were at Azad Maidan or Oval Maidan. So I was working, I couldn't make my children meet him. One day I told my servant, hey, bring them early morning, it doesn't matter. At least they pay their respects to him. He looked at me. It's the 9th day I'm here, you are bringing them now. Chalo driver. The driver drove away. But then again in the evening I dressed up my kids and took them. That's the way. You should have brought them the first day, It's full of affection for his disciples, You get a solace, when you are going through problems of life, if you get such a teacher. Then I heard from people, with all his qualities, he had such a touch of humor in everything. Last day of his yajna, Brahmanandji went to the room. Hey Swamiji, how did you sleep on the smaller bed? This bed is small for you. I slept diagonally on it. Just wadded up. Then one day they were talking that Vishnu Bhagwan sleeps on Sheshnag Shaiya. Arey, your Swami to sleeps on Khatmal Shaiya. The organizers ran down to clean his room, they got that. He did complain otherwise. He said, oh, your Swami to sleeps on Khatmal Shaiya. The organizers got vanished from the gathering, One day I wrote him a letter. Sometime I used to write him. So I said, today I am in a mood to write you in Hindi, and carried on. The letter was in Hindi. After a few days I got the reply. He said, I should have replied to you in Malayalam. For 2 minutes I kept laughing. I didn't read the other line, the next line. So I wrote him. I say, your letter is a heirloom in my family life, the way you write yours. These are heirlooms for my family. My great-grandchildren will be feeling proud. Hey, Swami Chinmayananda wrote to my great-grandmother. I have really kept them as heirlooms, And I used to wonder that how he could, spellbound such a big audience. Oval Maidan, Azad Maidan, 10, 20,000 people sitting with rapt attention listening to him. Nobody is talking to anybody. I used to wonder what a strong antenna he has, He can spell out all of them. But one day I realized his antennas were really strong. I was in a very, very big problem. I felt I'm in a blind alley, I didn't know what to do, I went to my temple and put my forehead here. Gurudev, kya karo? Just, I said this much, Gurudev, kya karo? The 4th day I got a letter from him. It was written, why don't you share your problem with us? My God, it numbed me. I didn't ring him up. I didn't write a letter to him. I say rightly, I felt his antennas are very strong. He could get my vibrations. I needed his help. And within a few days, the problem evaporated. So my Shraddha went thousand folds. Sometimes I do little thing when Chinmay Mission se mujhe thank you bole. I say no, I owe Chinmay Mission a lot. No need of saying thank you. एक बार शिवबारी में the brahmacharis were singing Vadanam Madhuram Gamanam Madhuram Madhuradipate Sakhiram. Very melodiously they were singing. I usually used to sit in the first row. Swamiji looks at me, must be diabetic. I said, किसको कह रहे हैं must be diabetic? I like a dumb person looked at him. He must be diabetic. I understood now. You know, he had known Lord Krishna so well. He had the courage to say that. We can't say that. Whose Adharam is Madhuram, whose Vadanam is Madhuram, must be diabetic. I wish, that immediately I could share it with others, but the lecture was going to be on, so I kept it to myself. Later on, I told few friends and few family members, this is how Swami was talking there. Then, my eldest daughter got married, so I sent my son-in-law and my daughter. I said, go to ashram today, Swamiji is there, aap pranam karke aate jana. I used to do that. I was working in Thana, so the Kroli Pawai comes on the way. If I know Swamiji is there, I used to meet him and then proceed. That day I sent them. My son-in-law comes and tells me, आपके गुरुदेव सन्यासी तो जरूर है, मगर इकोनॉमिस्ट भी हैं। मैं बोला वो कैसे? बोलते हैं किसी को कह रहे थे कि मेरा कोई आइडल आया है साउथ से, वो जल्दी से छुड़ा के लाओ. I don't want to pay even 1 rupee demurrage. I say wonderful. Being a sannyasi is economist also. These are the few instances when I think of, when I recollect, I feel I'm meeting him, I'm talking to him. And whenever I see a video, I always have a feeling I have met him. Whenever I met him, I used to have a spring in my heels, I never felt I'm walking, I felt I'm floating, Those experiences are my treasures and I cherish them.